Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is your midweek word. I was thinking this morning about what I would say today for your word, and it sent me to the New Testament book of Ephesians chapter 2 verse 4. If you want to read it now or read it at your leisure, you may do so. And it says, "For by grace, you have been saved through faith. And this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God." It's a lot in that little sentence right there. By grace. Then it mentions faith and it mentions a gift. Sometimes we forget this very important key and we act like we made it this far on our own. We got what we have on our own. We are who we have become because of ourselves on our own. We did not, y'all, make it this far on our own. The job that you have, the intellect that you have, the money that you have, people in high places that you may know, you've got to understand something. It's not because of you, but it is because of God's grace and His mercy. The bottom line is it has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with God's grace and God's mercy. Every victory that you experience, every healing that you have encountered, every breakthrough is because of grace and mercy. See, sometimes when you begin to look back over your life, when you begin to look around and you begin to realize a lot of your classmates are already gone. Some of you have lost siblings. Some of you have lost parents, grandparents, spouses, but you are still here. And it's a reason that you're still here. You are not homeless. And you've got to say, "Lord, I thank you." You have a roof over your head. You got the use and the activities of your limbs. You might not be able to do some of the things you used to do, but you can still do some things and you are still here, but it is because of grace and mercy. Just remember, you did not come this far by yourself. God helps you, and He heaps infinite blessings upon you, blessings that you have done nothing to even be recipients of. He still blesses you. He still looks out for you even when you don't think about Him. Even when you put Him last on your agenda, He still keeps blessing you. See, you've got to discover that I didn't get where I am by myself. His grace and His mercy brought me through. His love is unconditional. See, people love conditionally, but God loves you unconditionally. He loves you when you mess up. He don't throw you away when you mess up. He don't talk bad about you when you mess up. His grace is sufficient. And He still loves you. It doesn't mean He don't correct you when you get out of line. It doesn't mean sometimes He's got to tap you on the shoulder and say you are out of bounds, but He still loves you. I'm so glad God's grace is not like most people's grace. God pours out grace on us. He comforts us. He gives us hope. He renews our sense of faith. I'm so glad He's not like people. I'm so glad He don't remind us over and over and over again, "I know what you used to be. I remember when you did this, this, and this." I am so glad His grace is not like people, because people won't show you grace, but I thank God for His grace. People won't show you kindness and mercy, but I thank God that He shows us mercy even when we don't deserve it, even when we mess up, even when we mess up over and over and over again. He still loves us. He still protects us. He still keeps us in His arms of love. People is not so kind, y'all. Don't look for it in mankind, because sometimes man is not so kind. Sometimes people will always remind you of your mistakes. Sometimes people will always remember what you used to be, what you used to say, where you used to live. I remember when they didn't have nothing, but I thank God We got everything because of his grace and his mercy. Don't let nobody bound you by keeping you in the sea of remembering all of the bad things you've done, all of the places you've been that you know you shouldn't have been. But God's grace and mercy brought you out of those places. And even if you repeat the same mistakes and mess up again, his grace and mercy will pull you back out. Just keep trusting and holding on to that, y'all. Your grace and your mercy brought me through. Nothing but grace and mercy. Y'all be well and have a wonderful day. I got to get off here with this because this touching me right now. This triggering something in me right now because I know what it's like to be extended grace and mercy by the Lord. When you look for people who you thought would love you unconditionally that let you down, that still reminds you of that thing that you did. You could just mess up one time and some people will never let you forget it in your lifetime. But I thank God for his grace and his mercy. Y'all be blessed. I'll see you back tomorrow. I've got to get off of here because I'm about to get messed up on here. So just be blessed.